Yo, what's up everybody? It's Ashley213 and this is the recap video of various hand dryers I caught number 9. It has been forever, I know. I've just been extremely busy and I haven't had time to record these. Anyway, on this episode, I was finishing up, or supposedly was finishing up Natrona Heights until I found out I needed to do many more locations. So, we got that. We jump into Turin, Pennsylvania, and then did some more in McKnight. So basically, this episode contained all three of those areas, but this is obviously not my longest episode I've ever made, but this is just some of the locations I caught during various hand dryers I caught number 9. So without further ado, let's go. Starting with the first two Model A's here, as you see, these were the last two I caught from my former high school. Just like most of the newer Model A's at my high school, these are A57s. They are the best Model A's that are in that building. The pitch on the Model A on the right is definitely slightly lower than the one on the left. They both perform very nicely. I definitely like these two a lot. Alright, the next location here is the McDonald's in Natrona Heights. This was a very, very easy prediction, of course. Obviously one of the Slim Dry, because why not? The pitch on this one was near normal to maybe slightly higher than normal. Basically, for what it is, works very, very nicely, so cannot make excuses about anything wrong with this. Alright, the next one is the Sheets in Natrona Heights. This was a very easy prediction as well. I did go with a Vortex as per usual. I decided to show the light in this clip because I normally don't ever do so with these types of dryers. And the pitch was near normal to maybe slightly higher than normal. Yeah, I gotta say, despite that, this thing dries great, and it's a very good choice for Sheets, of course. Okay, now the CVS. Again, I didn't even need to predict this. I was like assuming it was going to have a Bradley or Speedflow in general. And, well, yeah, sure enough, as you see right now, it did have it. The pitch on the Speedflow is definitely average. It is a little bit louder than some of the other Speedflows I encountered at the time. I mean, I did catch this in March 2023, so obviously my Speedflow count is definitely higher on this current day. But they dry nicely, and I don't really see anything wrong with them. I didn't really have any problems with this one in particular. So, I gotta say, it's a good dryer. Now we enter Tarentum. This Aldi had what I was expecting, a Slim Dry, and yeah, basically, I didn't really need to make a prediction about that. The pitch on the Slim Dry was average. It definitely did not sound all that good, honestly. That doesn't matter, it still dries fine. I, of course, don't mind encountering these at all these locations. Another Slim Dry, this time it's at the Lowe's. This one was kind of an easy prediction. I just went straight off what Monroeville had, because obviously that Lowe's also had a Slim Dry. And so I just carried it on to this one. The pitch on the Slim Dry is near normal to maybe slightly lower. The dry time was pretty much what you'd expect from most slim dries. Unlike the other 2021 slim dries I ran into at the other Lowe's, which I'm referring to the one in Monroeville, this one actually had a better shutdown than all three of the ones at the Monroeville Lowe's. Next one is the Starbucks. I was going with an accelerator as a prediction, and I think this is the first Starbucks I ran into with an accelerator that has the 0.8 nozzle at the time. And as you just heard there, and like I just mentioned, it has the 0.8 nozzle. And I believe this was the first graphite accelerator I ran into with the 0.8 nozzle that is older. But yeah, other than that, it dries very nicely, of course, and they are quite reliable. So that's obviously huge thumbs up for that. This Macy's was very interesting because this was the first one I ran into with not white accelerators and our 2015 models. One of them, maybe the older one could possibly have been made in 2015, but then again, I don't know, because the cover it has is 2019, that's clearly incorrect. And then the one on the right is definitely, for sure, made in 2019. And they have the 1.1 nozzle, as you'll hear right now. The first one. So the older accelerator, which is the one on the left, sounded higher pitched than normal, and then the one on the right, which is the 2019 one, sounded much lower. So basically we got a high and a low there. These both dry very nicely regardless, and definitely one of my most interesting Macy's encounters in the state of Pennsylvania, because obviously my most epic Macy's find was at the Cool Springs Galleria, which is in Various Hand Drives Caught number 25. So now onto this Dyson Airblade ABO4 at Ross Park Mall. Unfortunately, this ABO4 is out of service, but whenever it was in service, it was lower pitched than normal compared to a lot of ABO4s I've heard. But yeah, if only this was working, that would have been awesome. But because it doesn't, it's kind of unfortunate. So here are these two accelerators also at Ross Park Mall, the food court. And this, I had to film these quick because this mall is extremely, if you guys are in the Pittsburgh area, I'm sure you guys know how Ross Park Mall is. It is extremely hyperactive. So yeah, these two accelerators both have the 0.8 nozzles and are a little bit higher pitched than normal. But yeah, I have said enough about accelerators and what I think of them. So yeah, moving on. Alright, the second Aldi in this video, and it does also have a slim jar, which is what I was going with for a prediction. This is the one on Northway Drive in McKnight. The previous episode I went through the one that's on McKnight Road. This one is Northway Drive. So yeah, this guy is a little bit higher pitched than normal and dries roughly about the same as what you'd expect from a slim dry. So yeah, there really isn't anything wrong with this. Somehow I absolutely butchered this last location here, but this Dyson Airblade DB is actually at the Saks off 5th, and in Various Hand Drives Caught number 9, I had it at the Marshalls. Like, what? But I know the Marshalls restroom wasn't open. But I mean, I couldn't catch the Marshalls jar that was here because it was temporarily closed. But yeah, pitch is normal. And like I said in the beginning of this clip, actually, I said that this makes up for the Ross Park Mall failure. It did indeed make it up because, well, they're both Dysons, and they're both Dyson hands-in dryers, and I wanted to, I kind of was just like, I hope to find one to make it up, but yeah, I guess it did happen. And that is it for the recap video of Various Hand Dryers Hot number 9. If you guys liked it, please be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe. It helps me out a lot. Turn on my notification bell. The main video for Various Hand Dryers Hot number 9 will of course be in the description box below. And until next time, peace.